for another first impression, so I thought I'd try a different angle because I realized like the TV's a little distracting, but here we are. So I wanted to do another manga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my first one with Gangsta, and I talked a little bit about the anime, so now I'm going to talk about another one that I vaguely mentioned without even saying what it was, which is Ajin, Demi Human, or Jin, Demi Human. I'm not completely sure the right pronunciation of it, but for the sake of the review, I'm just going to call it Jin, making the A silent, but this is the first volume of it. First I'm going to read the back of the book like I did last time to give you the gist of what the story is about. Say you get hit by a truck and die. You come back to life. Good or bad? For high schooler Kay and at least 46 others, immortality comes as the nastiest surprise ever. Sadly for Kay, but professionally for the reader, such a feat doesn't make him a superhero. In the eyes of both the general public and governments, he's a rare specimen who needs to be hunted down and handed over to scientists to be experimented on for life. A demi-human who must die 1,000 deaths for the benefit of humanity. Smart, fast-paced, and wrenching, Jin, Demi-Human is a thriller that just keeps on getting better and deeper. Well, so far, the last bit on the back is definitely how I feel. I didn't know where it was going. I was a little nervous when I first started reading it because I'm like, did I finally get a miss? Because I haven't heard anyone talk about this manga at all. And I'm like, well, let's give it a shot. It sounds interesting. It looks interesting. The art's a little different. I mean, it looks something familiar, but something different. I'm not sure. But so far, I like it. In short, while I was reading it, it kind of reminded me of Tokyo Ghoul. And I don't know if this came out before or after Tokyo Ghoul, but I know Tokyo Ghoul is really popular right now. And if you haven't read my review of it on my blog, which I'll leave a link to below, that I did review first season of Tokyo Ghoul. I didn't quite get too far with the second season because I just couldn't get into it, but I am giving the manga a chance for sure because I felt like I was missing out on something. So, but this is definitely just comparing this to the anime of Tokyo Ghoul. I like this a little better. He is an interesting character. He's pretty much like an everyday person. He has a family, he goes to school, he has a normal life, and then the whole accident happened, and then everyone's freaking out and like, oh, we can't hang out with him because he's a demi-human, he's dangerous, stay away from him. And there's his one friend, Kai, who isn't shunning him away like everybody else, and helps him escape. And then we have, of course, the scientists and the government and the police and all those people that are involved trying to figure out what demi-humans are, how they function, like, are they dangerous, can we benefit from them, all the, science-y stuff that normally comes up in a lot of TV and movies and anime, just everything across the board, entertainment-wise, where it's just like, we don't understand this thing, so let's, poke it with, like, sticks and scalpels and just dissect it and figure out what to do and maybe use it for war or something. I mean, I don't know if that's the same trope for, like, Japan, but I know a lot of American stuff is like, well, this seems powerful and dangerous, we need to destroy it or replicate it so we can use it for warfare. So I don't know if they feel exactly the same in Jin, but they do definitely want to capture demi-humans because they think they're dangerous for humanity, or at least in the first volume, Kay is in this class and they talk about demi-humans, and he's just like, well, what if they're just normal people? They just want to like live their lives and stuff. Maybe they're not dangerous. We don't know everything about them. And of course everyone's like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. They're all dangerous. Stay away from them. Yeah. So there's a wide variety of, spectrum of thought about demi-humans' existence in human society. So there's also this, I guess, detective or like a side agency. There's always that like extra agency out there that's beyond like the government and police or like some secret society or something that's always on the hunt trying to like, I don't know, experiment for their own benefit to figure out other things they can do with such power. I don't know. This is starting to sound like kind of vague, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those manga you really have to like read for yourself because it's really hard to like explain. The action it's built up very well, nice, good enough suspense, enough action, there's enough character development. Some characters you really don't know as much as you would like, but I have a feeling that it will open up a lot more later along the volumes. Like, I really don't know too much about Kai, other than he has a good relationship with our main character, and I don't know, they have this odd, I don't know, like, friendship, like, it seems like he avoids him, but then he doesn't, because they're really good friends, but then he runs away because he cares about him a lot, and, I mean, it seems like they have a really good friendship, like, they're best friends, good childhood buddies, or whatever. But some of the other characters, like, the secret agency, and I'm sorry I can't remember their names, more stuff is starting to be revealed about them, like, oh, well, they weren't what I thought they would be, or, well, that was kind of expected, but it's kind of odd. But I think the real thing is that keeps me going is the main character, how he's dealing with this change of discovering that he's a demi-human, and how his family is dealing with it. Some of them are shunning him away, like, oh, we don't associate with him anymore. He's not part of our family. We don't have this gene. Leave us alone. And then there's others that are like, well, you're dangerous, but I want to help you out because I've known you for so long. Yeah, it's kind of your typical reactions you would have when you find out like you're not completely human. So, And the other thing that keeps me going is trying to figure out what these things are. Like, what's the deal with the demi-humans? What kind of variants are there? Because it seems like there's like the half, like, kind of human, like they have some sort of consciousness, but they have this demi-human thing following them, and then there's the ones that seem like far gone. But yeah, similar to Tokyo Ghoul, there's the ones that have that urge, and they can't hold back that urge to feed on humans, and then there's ones that are like, I don't want to feed on humans, it's just terrible, and I don't want to be that kind of monster. So it's kind of like that. I was trying to wait to read the second volume of it after I did this review, but unfortunately I started reading the second volume, so, and it does, delve a little more into what's going on in Kay's head. A little bit of Kai comes back in, and then we get to meet some other demi-humans and how they're, I guess, surviving or hiding or whatever they're doing. I'm not even completely sure. I kind of left on a cliffhanger that I won't tell you guys about. You have to read it for yourself. And it also, I don't know, explores more thought of what's going on with that, like, secret agency or whatever, those two detectives or whatever. because a secret did get revealed in the first volume, and then it just kind of goes a little more into the mind of the girl in the second volume, which is eye-opening to me, because I'm like, how does she feel? Does she feel bad for what she's doing, or does she want to keep doing it, or what? So far, second volume's pretty good. I don't know if you can see this bookmark, but that's where I am right now. I'm almost done. I started it yesterday. And I also have the third volume as well, so I have 2 and 3. Obviously I haven't started 3 yet, but I do not regret my blind purchase of this. This is pretty good. It's still publishing at the moment. My anime list hasn't set any number for how many volumes is being produced, but I don't remember where it stopped, where publishing dates stop on Amazon. I didn't get to look before I filmed this, I'm sorry. But it's fairly new. Yeah, like I said, it's still ongoing publishing. I saw that an anime movie is being released in November of this year, and it seems like it's just a series of movies. I don't know how long the movies are. I'm sure you can look it up somewhere on Google or Yahoo or something. But I saw this information on my anime list because I'm like, I'm surprised this doesn't have an anime as like big of a hit as Tokyo Ghoul is, and it's kind of sort of like that. But I saw that there's a Demi movie 1 coming out in November. Not a lot of detail was added onto the My Anime List site. And I saw there's a movie 2 and a movie 3, so I guess it's like, I can't remember the name of this anime that my best friend introduced me to, but it's kind of like that where I guess it's where instead of making it a series, they make it into like short like hour-long movies or something. I don't know if it's going to be an hour-long or anything, but that's what I saw, all the information I saw of it actually being animated. So, I think if you like Tokyo Ghoul, and like I said, I'm just going off the anime because I have not read it yet. I did receive the first volume yesterday, so I haven't started it. But if you like Tokyo Ghoul, I think you should give Jin a chance because this is a pretty good manga. It's interesting and it's slow building. It has some good suspense and some good action, and I mean, there's some good conflict going on. Like the backfoot says, it's smart and fast-paced and wrenching, and it gets better and better with each chapter, and I definitely believe that while I was reading number 2, since 1, I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's really interesting, but I'm not quite in there yet. So 2 solidified my liking for the series. So check it out. And if you guys have any suggestions for me of things you would like to see my first impressions of, let me know in the comments below, and I will happily try them out, and maybe I'll give them a video of what my first impression of it is, or a full-on review. And also check out my blog, Mighty Cult, it links in the description as well. Thank you for watching another first impression, and hopefully I'll have another one soon. I'll have to think of one to do, but like I said, I love comments, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!